Hi, this is Frank, and this is for my Super 8 short film. And I just wanted to give a quick introduction as to what you're going to watch. Pretty much is a storyboard made up of sketches, photos, and audio commentary provided by me. The inspiration for this story came from one of my personal fears of growing up in a small town and moving to a big city. I've known people that have moved away from where I grew up and never come back, and I've known many people that have come back. So I think this is an example that a lot of people can relate to. Keep in mind that the conflict is adapting to a new environment, and there will be no dialogue, so we're going to have to pull this off with just shots alone. So what we have here to start off with is a series of shots to give the audience a feel of the environment before we even introduce the first character, because I believe that the atmosphere in this short will pretty much be the key of everything, and you'll see that as we get further on to the second act. Now it's time to introduce our character. The first time we see him, he's walking outside of a coffee shop with a cup of coffee. Okay, in the next sequence, you'll see in my sketches below the shots that I'm going for, mainly close-ups of him purchasing a newspaper. The point that's trying to get across right here is that this man is very comfortable with his surroundings. There's a reoccurring theme throughout this story with time. You're going to see a clock in the town. You're going to see one in Philadelphia, and we're going to have a moment where he looks down at his watch because he's stressed out about the time issue. Now we enter Philadelphia, and this will be an echo of the sequence we just had, basically introducing the environment. Again, we have the reoccurring clock theme, and this will be taken in Broad Street. Now we catch up with our character. Not so confident anymore. He's pretty much stressed out, frustrated, he's lost. Now we have a bus sequence where he tries to catch the bus. He happens to miss it, as you can see in my sketches. This guy just can't catch a break. So he runs to this building. You don't know this, the audience doesn't know this, but he's a college student, so he's trying to get to class, and he just can't get in the building, and so he just sits outside and waits. So now we introduce our second character towards the end of the film. Pretty much we just followed this guy going through the city, very unfamiliar with his surroundings. He was a confident guy in a small town, but he's not now. So that's kind of like the real world environment most of us small town folks are thrown into. So we see her miss a bus as we saw our main character miss a bus. So the experience that she just went through should be very similar to the one that we just followed through our main character. Now the ending, I wrote it that she would drop some books and the man would be watching all this going on, and that he would walk over and help her pick up the books and introduce himself. So a new story could begin between the two of them. Thinking about it, I'm not quite sure that's the best ending for this film, and I'm going to try to get some opinions of the people I'm going to have act in this. And mind you, the ones that stood in for the photos are not going to be the actors on screen. The ones that are going to be on the 8mm were unavailable this weekend.